video, and it looked like Shedeur Sanders' Brown debut is currently underway.
They're telling me starting on Monday. Like, it's not going to happen anytime soon. I get it. But you got the Patriots, then the bye week. I was told by two different sources yesterday at the stadium. One said Shedeur, Chris, will start the last 4 games of the season.
I'm done fighting with y'all on social media. I'm done fighting. Because whenever somebody brings up, like he said, the true success is built on God, and God's the one who can open.
The NFL's about to erupt. Shedeur Sanders is finally stepping onto the field for his first real-deal debut, and it's about to get wild. The man's been pacing that sideline like a lion locked in a glass cage, just waiting to pounce. Coaches sweating bullets, haters praying he flops, and social media already spinning into chaos. If you thought this season was unpredictable before, just wait till Prime Jr. takes the wheel. You ever scroll your feed half asleep and think, no way this is real? That's exactly how every Browns fan felt when the rumor dropped. Shedeur Sanders might actually start. Phones froze, group chats exploded, and the timeline collapsed faster than Stefanski's third and long strategy. For months, people said it'd never happen, that Shedeur would rot away on the bench while Dillon Gabriel dinked and dunked like he was allergic to touchdowns. But now, the same rookie everyone argued about like he was some crypto gamble is about to get the keys to the whole offense. Cleveland might really ignite this time. And no, we're not talking metaphors. Behind the scenes,
all these doors. Is this Shedeur James Jones kind of just saying, I'm done? Clearly, Dillon Gabriel's going to be the guy going forward. Shedeur Sanders didn't get in the game when they were up 31-6. Yeah. It was game over. Yeah. They were up 31-6, and then if y'all remember, in the loss 2 weeks prior, Shedeur didn't get into the game when they were losing clearly and handedly. Yeah. I think Shedeur just now realizes the Browns don't want me to play. They are not playing me under any circumstance.
Yeah. The Dolphins had their backup in the game. Why would you not?
Correct.
Yeah, it made no sense.
Well, that's because Shedeur's a different back.
There's talk Jimmy Haslam didn't just approve this move. He orchestrated it. Maybe he knew exactly what he was doing when he signed off on Deion Sanders' kid wearing brown and orange. Jimmy's not just an owner. He's a businessman, and this is a power play. Stadium upgrades, merch deals, national coverage, he's cashing in before kickoff even happens. And Shedeur? The man oozes marketability. He doesn't just have swagger, he is swagger. He walks like a Nike commercial and talks like a headline waiting to go viral. Meanwhile, somewhere deep inside team headquarters, Coach Stefanski's sitting in his office, film looping, headset on, muttering under his breath as if trying to convince himself this isn't happening. But it is, and everyone knows once Shedeur steps on that turf, there's no turning back. The office is dead quiet, until that door creaks open. And who strolls in like a boss? Jimmy Haslam himself, calm, grinning, and owning every inch of the room because, well, he literally owns it. Behind him, his grandkids are rocking fresh Browns jerseys with Sanders stitched across the back. The message couldn't be louder if it came through the stadium speakers. Over in the corner, Andrew Berry's fake scrolling through his phone, pretending he's got urgent GM business, but everyone knows what's up. Stefanski might have his precious plan, his safe play calling, his obsession with short passes, but when Haslam smells dollar signs, no playbook stands a chance. Stadium deals matter. Merch drops matter. And right now, Shedeur Sanders isn't just a rookie, he's a brand. Every snap he takes, every camera flash, every headline, that's money rolling in, and Jimmy knows it. That's why the last 4 games theory suddenly makes perfect sense. It's not random, it's calculated.
Where Jimmy Haslam grandkids was on the sideline, and we're going to go over all of this. Jimmy Haslam grandkids was on the sideline rocking Shedeur jerseys. Now, I did not know this until some hours ago. Now, with that being said, I fact-checked some information. Jimmy Haslam grandkids rock with the Shedeur, they do the Shedeur. They're younger adults, and Shedeur, if you young, you know who Shedeur is, bro. It's as simple as that. Now, with that being said, what does that mean for Shedeur playing? Well, Rizzo, let it be.
You drop Shedeur in near the end of the season when the pressure's low, but the attention's high. If Cleveland's out of playoff range, fine. It's all upside. If he goes nuclear, oh, it's pandemonium. Fans go wild. Jerseys vanish off shelves. ESPN can't shut up about it. The hype writes itself. The dog pound goes prime. You just know some designer's already mocking up that logo right now, and if it doesn't work, who cares? You spin it like a development phase, Stefanski takes the L, Barry gets his new coach, and Shedeur walks into 2026 as the undisputed starter. Either way, Jimmy wins. But here's the twist. Stefanski's running out of excuses, and the walls are closing in. His playbook, his ego, and his reality are about to crash head first.
It's happening. Tony Rizzo says 2 Browns insiders told him Shedeur Sanders will play this season. The pressure is on, the fans are ready, and Cleveland might finally unleash.
Because this time, the higher-ups aren't asking, they're demanding. You can practically picture it. Jimmy Haslam up in his luxury suite, arms crossed, that billionaire stare locked in. He's watching Stefanski the same way a man watches someone stack Jenga blocks over a live volcano. Every play, every excuse, every delay, you can feel the tension rising. Jimmy's thinking one thing: start the kid. No debates, no speeches, no more hiding behind development plans. Just put Shedeur in, or someone's about to find out how fast a billionaire can torch your job over a phone call. Because let's be real, the Browns front office right now, it's a full-blown pressure cooker, and Shedeur Sanders is the match sitting at the bottom waiting to blow.
Last 4 games on the Cleveland Browns schedule is December 14th, Chicago, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. Them the last 4 games. So we could see Shedeur Sanders play the last 4 games for the Cleveland Browns in this season, man. Ain't no telling what their record gonna look like, but just in case, we gonna take a look at that too, right? They got next week, they got New England. That's an L. Then they got a bye week. I'm telling you, man, I done told y'all something gonna come out. They got a bye week, and I told y'all something gonna come out about.
The wild part? Stefanski still thinks he's slick. He's been running the same tired routine, teasing fans with fake progress. He'll let Shedeur throw a few warm-up passes, take a ghost snap in practice, maybe toss him into a meaningless drill here and there, just enough to pretend there's a plan. It's all smoke and mirrors, all optics and no action, and for months he's gotten away with it. The fans grumble, the media speculates, and Shedeur's hype keeps building like a Broadway show nobody's allowed to see yet. But now, that whole act's falling apart. Those tactics, burnt toast, done, finished, gone. The higher-ups are circling, phones are ringing, and the stadium's practically buzzing. You can't even grab a soda without seeing a Shedeur Sanders jersey taped to a vending machine.
We got an update. It looks like potentially on Shedeur Sanders playing, so if you're rooting for him playing for the Browns, that time may be approaching. It certainly sounds like he's putting in some time, putting in some work. And there has also been an article written by Tyler Dunn of Go Long, he's done some really good, deep investigative work involving NFL teams. And he has dropped a bombshell about the fact that the Browns and Jimmy Haslam, clown show owner deluxe, boy, he made an unwise choice.
Every hallway, every conversation, it's the same question. When's he starting? Reporters are going feral trying to break the story first. Local beat writers claim they've got the inside scoop. National analysts keep dropping cryptic hints on podcasts like it's some NFL conspiracy. And online, social media's gone thermonuclear. Every post, every comment, every meme, it's all Shedeur, all day. And while Cleveland burns with speculation, one man's watching closer than anyone, Dillon Sanders. Coach Prime's not just sitting on the sideline smiling for the cameras. Nah, he's locked in, making sure his son's shot doesn't get tossed aside like some mid-season publicity stunt. He's watching the Browns like a hawk, and everyone knows when Dillon's involved, silence never lasts long. You know how it goes with legends, they don't ask. They don't drop hints or wait for permission, they make things happen. And Dillon Sanders, he's the definition of that energy. Watching his son finally get that shot isn't a debate, it's a demand. It's non-negotiable. But somehow Stefanski still thinks he's got the final say. He could have started Shedeur, given him a drive, even just a few snaps to calm the storm. But nope, Coach Stefanski hit him with the "not today" like he was hailing a cab in the middle of a thunderstorm. Now the whole stadium's frozen. Fans are leaning over railings. Analysts are mid-sentence on live TV. Even the hot dog vendors have stopped serving. Everyone's asking the same thing. What is he thinking? Because this isn't just a coaching choice anymore. This is about power. It's about ego, reputation.
Cleveland Browns fan base, they want Shedeur. That's all you heard during the game against the Miami Dolphins this past Sunday. And also, Skip Bayless, boy, he went off in a tweet over there on Twitter.
And the thin thread of credibility holding Stefanski's career together. This man's been walking on borrowed patience for 2 decades worth of team heartbreak, and the people upstairs, they've had enough. Jimmy Haslam doesn't do waiting. The board doesn't do patience. And the Cleveland fan base, please, they've been through too many rebuilds to sit quiet while opportunities knocking in gold-plated cleats. Every move Stefanski makes now feels like a gamble in slow motion. Every drill, every sideline stare, every whisper toward the press box, it's a balancing act over dynamite because the higher-ups aren't being subtle anymore. Their messages are everywhere. Conference calls, boardroom memos, and those oh-so-polite check-in lunches that feel more like warnings than meetings. It's practically Morse code at this point. Start the...
During the game on Sunday against the Miami Dolphins, all you heard was that loud chant. We want Sanders. We want Sanders. Even though Dillon Gabriel was the quarterback, he's the starting quarterback right now, and he's Kevin Stefanski guy. Look at that picture right there. If that don't tell you,
Kid, even the interns know. One of them reportedly walked by Stefanski's office, leaned in and whispered, "You read the memo, right? Start Shedeur." Yesterday, Stefanski just smiled, scribbled on his clipboard, and pretended everything was fine. But inside, he's scheming, trying to hold on to control, to his system, to the illusion that he's still the one calling the shots. It's that classic coach mentality. Protect your legacy, guard your power, keep the rookie humble until you say he's ready. Admirable? Maybe, but what happens when that control slips?
he's that guy. I don't know what
Supercomputer allegations. Like, we were told for the entire preseason that, look, Shedeur doesn't even have a chance.
When the locker room, the fans, and even ownership turn the heat all the way up, that's when explosions happen. And right now, Cleveland's sitting on a ticking bomb named Shedeur Sanders. And then there's the media. Oh, they're loving every second of this chaos. It's like watching a movie trailer for the next Super Bowl. Dramatic music, flashing headlines, countdown clocks ticking on every network. Every tweet, every post, every segment is screaming the same thing.
Not gonna even get any first team reps. Don't worry about it. DG is gonna take this offense to heights never seen. Now, what we've seen is mid, and you know, we like DG around here. We're not hating. I honestly think it has more to do with Kevin Stefanski's inability. So right now, the Browns media is arguing between if Dillon Gabriel is mid or if Kevin Stefanski is just that bad. Here's our guy, Tony. Let's hear it.
Dillon.
It's happening. Shedeur Sanders is coming. And that one word, imminent, it's got enough weight to crush any coach still thinking he can finesse his way out of this. Stefanski might have thought he could sneak Shedeur's debut under the radar, make it a quiet rollout, no spotlight, just another rookie getting reps. But that plan's dead on arrival. The world's already got the date circled, the hashtags queued, and bets flying across Vegas. Everyone, from fans to fantasy football junkies, is waiting for that first snap like it's a national event. And the drama? Oh, it's delicious. Because let's be honest, Stefanski had his chance last game.
Gabriel has underperformed so far in 3 games for the Browns.
He could have thrown Shedeur in for a few plays, maybe a 6-minute cameo, just long enough for a highlight, a scramble, a taste of what's coming. But no, he let everyone stew. The fans are boiling, the analysts are ranting, and even Shedeur himself is sitting there simmering in silence. It's almost poetic. Tragic even. You can see the newsroom writers now turning it into a full-blown saga. The frustrated father watching from afar, the stubborn coach clutching his clipboard like it's the Holy Grail, and the hungry rookie, eyes locked, waiting for his chance to take over the kingdom. Every headline feels like it's been pulled straight from a Shakespeare play, except this one's got cleats, cameras, and chaos. But this time, The story's not ending in suspense. The higher-ups have had it. Pressure's hitting Stefanski from every direction. The board, the owner's box, even the locker room vibe is shifting. You can practically feel the ghosts of Cleveland's endless quarterback carousel hovering over the field, shaking their heads like, here we go again. The stage is set, the crowd's ready, and the only question left is, will Stefanski finally hand over the sword before the kingdom burns? Stefanski's old-school tactics, the slow introductions, the baby step reps, the we're being cautious excuse, they're done, dead in the water. He can stall all he wants, hide behind his clipboard.
Reported/rumored that Shedeur Sanders will start the last 4 games of the season, or he might start sooner. Okay? Now, if you watch the Miami game, Cleveland versus Miami, you know that the defense and the rushing attack carried that team to victory. Okay? Defense played out of their mind. Dillon Gabriel was 13 of 18 for 116 yards. For 116 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. I think that's right at 10 yards per attempt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Per
Mumble about development and patience, but it's too late. Every second he hesitates turns into another headline, another viral post clowning his judgment, another talk show roasting his strategy. The media is already calling it the NFL season finale, the Shedeur Sanders debut. Every insider, every source, every anonymous tweet says the same thing. It's happening. And not just happening, it's about to be epic. Social media's on fire. Speculation everywhere. Memes cooking. Fans flooding timelines with side-by-side edits of Shedeur throwing lasers in college versus Cleveland's sad 3-yard dumps. And right in the middle of that storm, Stefanski, probably sitting in his office, gripping his playbook like it's a life raft in a sinking ship. He's realizing, maybe too late, that logic, patience, and routine don't mean a thing when the narrative's already bigger than him. Meanwhile, the kid himself, Shedeur Sanders, calm as ice. He's walking through this chaos like he's already seen the ending. The man's been training, studying film, learning every play, every read. He's ready, been ready for months, and now the city's heartbeat is sinking with his moment. You can practically feel the tension. And imagine Stefanski's headspace. He's got the world watching, ownership breathing down his neck, fans chanting from the stands, and the cameras waiting to catch his next move. One wrong decision, and boom, he's the villain in a city starving for a savior. The irony? He could have been that savior himself. One small moment, 6 minutes, one drive. That's all it would have taken for Stefanski to be the hero of this story. But instead, he's standing dead center in the eye of the hurricane, clipboard in hand, trying to navigate chaos with no map and no mercy. He's got 2 options: drag this out, play it safe, and die slow. Or step aside, unleash the kid, and watch everything he's built crumble in glorious, beautiful fashion. Either way.
And what that tells me is he is not going to challenge the ball down the field. He is not going to push the ball down the field to challenge the defense. He is not. He is not. And I think it's because of the pressure of Shedeur taking his spot. He don't want to make a mistake. He's not playing free. He's not playing loose. He's playing not to get benched, if that makes sense. And the fact that these rumors are coming out now, I'm going to just say this. I think the rumors are to keep us interested in Cleveland.
There's no escaping what's coming. And just when it couldn't get more intense, here comes Dillon Sanders, the ultimate wild card. You don't suggest things when you're Dillon. You don't casually say, maybe give him a shot. No, you declare it. You announce it. You make it crystal clear that this isn't a friendly nudge. It's an order wrapped in legacy. Because when Coach Prime's involved, this isn't just football anymore. It's family, it's business, and it's war. Dillon Sanders isn't just watching as a proud dad. He's directing traffic. He's asserting, guaranteeing, and practically willing this debut into existence. It's like he's telepathically handing his son the keys to destiny. The message couldn't be louder. This is the moment, and it better happen now. That's the wild beauty, an absolute comedy of this entire circus. Cleveland's on edge, Fans are losing their minds, screaming for change. The media's foaming at the mouth, pushing countdown clocks on every screen. Stefanski's sweating through his playbook like it's melting in his hands, while the ownership is upstairs playing chess with careers. And right in the middle of it all, Shedeur Sanders, calm, cool, collected, maybe even grinning behind his helmet. He's been waiting for this moment since before he could drive. While everyone else spirals into panic, he's standing still, locked in, like he already knows how the movie ends. That's what separates him, that prime DNA. The countdown's ticking like a stadium drumline, echoing louder by the second. So now the question is, will Stefanski finally cave? Will he hand over the reins to the kid the entire world has been screaming about? Or will he pull off one last desperate stall, another coach's decision, and somehow twist a golden opportunity into another Cleveland heartbreak? Because this city's had enough of those. They don't do quiet drama, they do chaos, spectacle, and history. Every eye in that stadium is locked on Stefanski's next move. The clipboard, useless. The crowd, electrified. And in the owner's suite, Jimmy Haslam's probably leaning back with that smug grin, watching it all unfold like he just pulled off the greatest marketing stunt in football. Somewhere in the background, Dillon Sanders is nodding, satisfied, knowing this insane buildup, the tension.
No, I can't wait to go see him play. You know, can't wait to. And he's like, when you coming to a game? I said, when you play. What am I going to come and see you sit? I can watch that on TV. I'm not going to see you sit. When you play, I'm coming.
The political games, the endless teasing, it all led to this explosive, beautiful mess of a moment. Because Cleveland doesn't do small. Cleveland does spectacle, and Shedeur Sanders isn't just jogging onto a field, he's walking into a legacy, an entire city's heartbeat, and a storyline that's been simmering for years waiting to erupt. Stefanski's tactics, done. Burned to ashes by ownership pressure, fan fury, media obsession, and destiny itself. And when the kid finally steps out there, when that first snap hits his hands, the roar will shake the city. Because this won't just be a debut, it'll be Cleveland history. Stefanski could have had a clean version of this moment last week. 6 easy minutes to control the chaos. But now, he's about to face the full storm. The spotlight, the scrutiny, and the spectacle he tried so hard to avoid. And this time, there's no stopping it. And this is where we are, standing right at the edge of the storm, the city holding its breath, waiting for kickoff. You can feel it in the air like thunder waiting to break loose. Everyone's wondering, is this finally it? The turning point Cleveland's been chasing for decades? The town's seen false dawns before, seasons that started with promise and ended in heartbreak. But this one feels different. It's not built on speeches or press releases. It's built on pressure. Money pressure, fan pressure, legacy pressure. And at the center of it all stands Shedeur Sanders, calm, confident, and carrying an entire franchise on his shoulders. He's not just another quarterback. He's the Browns' latest roll of the dice, the boldest bet in years that maybe, just maybe, lightning can strike twice in this storm-soaked city. Because right now in Cleveland, hope has a name, and it's Shedeur. By the following week, the chaos turned into comedy gold. Stefanski's press conferences looked like stand-up sets gone wrong. His voice calm, his face pretending control. But those eyes, they were screaming, "I'm doomed!" And Jimmy Haslam, dodging questions like a politician on draft night, smiling through the tension as reporters fired off questions about the team's direction. You could practically feel the panic behind the PR smiles. Cleveland's got its story now, not one written in stats or slogans, but in stakes. And whether this ends in glory or disaster, one thing's guaranteed: nobody's changing the channel. So buckle up, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this madness because whatever happens next, you don't want to miss the next one.